Max Meadows, Director of Project Force Safety.
Alan Robson, Managing Director, Project for Safety.
The restrictions have been the same throughout because they've said construction's got to continue. So we've had a fairly straightforward, I know a lot of other industries have had it tougher.
Been a shining light for us really, because construction was told to carry on, so it's been good from that point of view for us.
Definitely, yeah. So we've gone from March where there wasn't clear guidance for construction, but we were told to continue. So there was a lot of thinking on our feet and speaking with contractors who we work with and clients to just manage in between the rules, which we knew they were at the time. But now there are clear guidance, there's clear legislation out there. The HSE, who obviously check on the construction industry, are doing loads of site visits. We're dealing with them on a weekly basis now.
It's been active, very active, to the point where I think 1 week we had visits every day to various sites. So it's been positive in that they're not taking enforcement action straight away. The HSE have been working with sites as opposed to going in heavy-handed, which I think is the right call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so as we said, it's been fairly crack on from our side. Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the client and the service. So we work at different stages of construction. So with our architect and end user clients who are BMO developments based in London or Peel Holdings working on Wirral Waters is advising them on the reoccupation of the office, right through to working with contractors who are obviously working on sites, building projects, refurbishing projects. So each one has been different and challenging, and each one has had to be assessed on its own merits. So I think the positive point for us is that the buy-in and engagement from our clients and the contractors with a will to get on and crack on has been brilliant, and we can only ask for that previously. So we're just looking to use that positive engagement moving into next year.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well it's changed a lot because a lot of clients and architects who we work with, they were in the pre-construction phase of projects. They were sort of designing buildings that they thought once they got on site we wouldn't be messing around with all this COVID rubbish, but now we have seen a lot of clients and definitely designers who are designing buildings differently so they can construct them during COVID. And then on the contractor side, we've had to remain fairly hands-on. So we've still been going out and doing our site visits, our site audits. We've still been up and down the country throughout the whole year really. And that's been key to making sure the measures that we're recommending are implemented on site. So yeah, there's been two different sides of it. Yeah.
So for 2021 is obviously the vaccine. It's going to be the game changer, I think, for everyone, not just construction. But for us, it's more of the same. Despite the challenges of 2020, we've still made some sort of critical and strategic appointments to the team. So they're just bedding in now, and we've got a fairly young, progressive team at Project 4, and some of the guys have been brought in from different industries and different professions, and we've been training them up. So we're in a good place, ready for 2021. The pipeline looks good. We are a little bit nervous around the spin-offs from the pandemic and what that means for the wider industry. But for us, it's more of the same. Keep building the team. We are actively recruiting now for a senior position, director level, both in Liverpool, North West Manchester, and also in London. So for us is to push on, build the team, and have a good year.
Definitely. I mean, we've got a clear pipeline of work in London, Liverpool, Manchester and Leeds, and I think Manchester will be a big one for us, and the North West really. We've looked at taking office space, and we took office space for Bruntwood in Manchester, which should be a game changer. Me and Alan spent a day up there having a look at them and
definitely. I think that's for us is we're Liverpool based, but we work in Manchester probably as much, if not more, than Liverpool. So it was only right that we sort of nail our colours to the mast, and we've agreed to move into a Bruntwood property, which is Blackfriars House just off Deansgate. So that'll be from the 4th of January. So we're just looking to raise our profile a bit more. And we've got some huge projects and retained clients right across the northwest in Liverpool, Manchester and Leeds. So just looking to build on the last 3.5 years with Project 4, and just to build on that to try and raise our profile more and more over there. Yeah. I think that the Liverpool Property Club was a social event which we planned. We initially did the Liverpool Property Club back in 2007, 2008. And there was a couple of different sponsors, as I mentioned in the blog I did last week. So, and it sort of tailed out, and no one's done the property club for quite a few years. So we felt it was time to bring it back differently. I think, as I said in the blog, is that the property club grew and grew last time. I think because it became so successful, it lost its focus. And the thing that we've learned, certainly I've learned over the last few years, is that we shouldn't judge events by how many people attend. So it's going to be very much focused and targeted at the pre-construction elements of the construction supply chain, and actually, having them events of smaller numbers, 10, 20, maybe 30, and doing some different kind of formats, so breakfast and lunches, not just the social aspect, which is really important. So yeah, it's just look to build that and get a bit of continuity and bring some other sponsors to the table, and through downtown is to help organise that and make it a bit more consistent. But yeah, it should be good.
I think what's good about this one is, when we heard this question before, we had a bit of a debate because there's that much going on. I mentioned Leeds, Alan said Liverpool actually, so it's good that we're having those arguments because the pipeline looks so good. Next year it's going to be northwest focused, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, more of London, I think, because of the size we're at and the sort of position we're in with retaining clients, and it's not necessarily about working with masses and masses and masses of clients, but more on the retained basis. I think we're well positioned to continue in London, but Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, all in strong positions, based on the pipeline we've got now, based on plans that the local authorities have. But yeah, I think Liverpool and Leeds particularly are in a real strong position. I think the work that Tony Reeves are doing in Liverpool has been positive, and the same over in Leeds. And not to forget Manchester, because we're going to be over in Manchester more and more, with some huge projects that are still not even in the pipeline. They've been won and are going to be delivered next year. So it's exciting times. I still think there's going to be challenges ahead, but it's going to be a good year, I think, definitely. So for Liverpool Property Club, if people are interested and businesses are interested who are at that pre-construction stage of the supply chain, so your architects, designers, M&A structural clients, I think one of the good points and the positive points of the last time we did the Property Club is that we did attract clients and even the local authorities, so contractors and subcontractors as well. So if anyone is interested, you can contact ourselves. Our details are on the website. We are both very active on LinkedIn, but also contact Downtown in Business as well and speak to Frank or Chris there.